Greetings, my friends. I want to tell you all about my new channel, Pop Culture KO, a channel where I'm going to experiment and try out some new things that I can't do on my main channel here because the algorithm discourages innovation and trying out new formats. Pop Culture KO will be more eclectic, with movie and TV reviews, game reviews, reviews of classic movies, YouTube shorts about rumors, and videos starring Harvey Cthulhu, the Skull of Calderon, and Omnivac himself. Go to youtube.com/@popcultureko or youtube.com/theharveyzone and subscribe today. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, please do. We need your help. Thanks for watching, and now, on with the video. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, and I come to you today with so much new stuff to tell you about Disney and Lucasfilm, I don't know where to begin. I've been flooded with information in the last few days since my videos came out about Disney having to sell off parks and IPs, including Lucasfilm, from walk-ins and from my Hollywood spies. Some of these sources contradict each other, and that doesn't surprise me at all. Evidently, these videos kicked the hornet's nest a bit, and now the hornets are swarming around, each with their own story to tell. It makes sense that Hollywood would retaliate against these explosive rumors by trying to muck things up, muddy the waters a bit with some false narratives and disinformation, and at this point I am a bit overwhelmed and have no real way of knowing what's true, what's partly true, and what's false. So rather than roll the dice and just pick what I suspect is the most likely of these rumors to be true, I've decided to present a number of them to you all, and you can decide for yourselves what you believe. All that said, there are a few common threads running through all these rumors, which is one of the ways that I normally determine what to present to you, comparing what's known and published with what I'm told, and how that stacks up with other rumors. At this point, there's just too much information flooding in, so I'm offering you what I've been told as is, contradictory or not, and we here at the Center of the Earth will discuss our thoughts on each rumor as we go. At this point, I must state that what I'm about to share with you is information provided by various sources claiming knowledge of the situation at Disney and Lucasfilm, but since I cannot personally verify this information, I must present it as unverified rumor, and I ask you to please take it with a grain of salt.
Salt shaker poised and at the ready, Doomcock. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away, mofo. Yes, how did the old phrase go? Sock it to me, baby.
You bet your sweet bippy I will, Skull of Calderon. Hold on to your hat.
Ha-de ha. I have neither a hat nor hands. Pray continue, you insufferable tyrant. What's the buzz? Tell me what's a-happening.
Very well then, let us begin. Now, in a recent discussion with Cameron Pashaw, his source inside Lucasfilm codename Sparrow confirmed a rumor from a walk-in source of mine that Disney is considering an offer to purchase Lucasfilm. In that video, Sparrow believed from the context of the discussions that the prospective buyer was an individual, and Sparrow expressed the opinion it might be George Lucas. Well, on June 8th, after I published those videos, I received the following update from my Hollywood spies about what's happening at Lucasfilm. Quote, "So we've been told there is an individual that is very interested in buying Star Wars. So this rumor first was told to us about 3-ish weeks ago, and we pretty much laughed about it and moved on. Now we have several sources confirming this, and while Disney may not sell, we've been told that there is an offer on the table. According to this, the potential buyer is an oil tycoon from overseas. Allegedly, he grew up loving Star Wars movies and has only recently seen the latest movies, and he wants to fix them. The latest source that made this claim says this guy is willing to pay $8 billion and he won't even miss it. And Disney can keep the rides and even make new ones, but will never be allowed to make another movie, show, cartoon, etc."
Bloody hell! Well, that would rule out George Lucas, wouldn't it? I mean, he doesn't have $8 billion, dude.
Yes, if that particular detail is true, then that would put an end to Sparrow's speculation about George Lucas being the buyer. But then again, this is itself a rumor, possibly rebutting another rumor, so who knows? Lucas might still be the bidder, or it could be another super wealthy individual. Welcome to my world, ladies and gentlemen. It's very hard, in light of contradictory rumors, to know what to believe. I have more rumors about what's happening at Lucasfilm that may help you folks form your opinion on these matters, but let's examine this rumor in more detail for a minute. Now, if this is true, it explains the flurry of activity around Lucasfilm, the alleged hush-hush meetings, the effort by Disney Legal to assess the value of Lucasfilm and paint a picture of what a sale of Lucasfilm might potentially look like. I mean, if an incredibly wealthy Star Wars fan wants to pay roughly double what Disney paid for Star Wars, given Disney's financial woes at the moment, and as devalued as Star Wars is now after KK's predations and misfires, how many fans Star Wars has lost and all of that. There's no way Iger would be able to ignore such an offer. I mean, it's not like Disney is doing anything with the license right now, other than failing.
No one in their right mind would pay $8 billion for Lucasfilm.
True, Skull of Calderon, unless they were so rich they wouldn't even miss the $8 billion and weren't worried about a return on investment. Someone who is acting out of passion rather than business sense. Think Elon Musk and Twitter. Elon lost what? Half his investment? What with the loss of value post-purchase? And yet, Elon Musk won't even notice that money is gone. Elon Musk can only eat so much and take so many vacations and own so many yachts, you know? A super rich tycoon might well buy Star Wars as a treasured bauble for his collection, or maybe he wants to turn it over creatively to people who will stop the bleeding, repair the damage, and stop making Star Wars suck. Who can say? This is, however, at the very least, confirmation from my Hollywood spies that an offer to buy Lucasfilm is on the table, although they are still expressing some skepticism on this matter. Indeed, I find it telling that my Hollywood spies were told this tidbit about 3 weeks ago, laughed it off, and didn't share it with me. This is how it works, my friends. This is standard operating procedure with my spies. My Hollywood spies do their best to protect me from disinformation and bullshit, so I never even see the craziest rumors that they get. In this case, they felt the rumor was BS, but as more information poured in, they decided to bring it to me, albeit with the caveat they were still skeptical about it. And one of my Hollywood spies at least has expressed skepticism that George Lucas is the buyer. So take all this with a grain of salt, but this is the current state of affairs in Xanadu. Now, last week, I did a video recounting some rumors from a walk-in source about how much trouble Disney is in vis-a-vis Comcast. As I stated before, Disney is contractually obligated to pay Comcast for its share of Hulu in 2024, and there's no way out for the mouse. This payment must be made. Since that video, this same walk-in source contacted me and had more to add, but again, with any walk-in source, I caution you to be extra skeptical. Quote, "My most humble greetings to you once again, future ruler of Earth. I come before you with further news from my inside source at Disney, and honestly a lot sooner than even I expected. The brass tacks are that, well, there are no brass tacks holding down anything at Disney's upcoming garage sale. Anything and everything is up for consideration, albeit some properties more than others. To reiterate, nothing that Disney owns is safe from having a price tag slapped on it, and I really do mean nothing. Lucasfilm, Pixar, ESPN, Marvel, and ABC are all up for consideration. The way my eyes and ears inside tell me, the safety of a particular property, safe meaning safe for Disney to hold on to, is best gauged by the amount of discussion around that property's sale. Nobody enjoys these meetings for obvious reasons, but what's really making those present tear their hair out isn't deciding what to sell, but rather how to sell it and how to make sure the sale is seen. For example, whether it would be best to bury headlines about smaller sales beneath headlines about bigger sales. Everything is on the list, and not a single thing has been mentioned less than twice in those talks, and not simply being spitballed. Some things are even being considered as package deals, such as all of Lucasfilm and a majority of Pixar to be offered to Apple. Again, these are considerations, not final offers, so there are still plenty of ways this could go down. The most astute among us will not be surprised to hear that the thing most likely up for sale besides Lucasfilm is Marvel. For the past 2 to 3 years, that cash cow has dried up badly, the most embarrassing curd in their bucket being the failure of Ant-Man and the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. True, the Ant-Man films were never intended to be blockbusters, just something fun, easy, and safe to put out between the more high-caliber films. Yes, even their safe films have been losing money. America specifically, and the world at large, are overwhelmingly sick of the elites and the DEI/ESG cartel pushing woke on us. Get woke, go broke was both an observation and a threat, and that threat is now being made good on. The attitude coming from up top since the fallout from the Bud Light boycott became clear isn't "we fucked up, how do we come out of this with minimal losses?" but rather, how do we teach the tail who the dog is? The thing is, when the plebs start calling for scalps, the chastising words of the patricians will fall on deaf ears. Make no mistake, things are about to get even more chaotic, unquote. I have more information, my friends, much more to share in videos this coming week, but this much is clear. Big things are happening at Lucasfilm, and given the severity of their problems, what was otherwise once unthinkable is now on the table. From the center of the earth, this is Victor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha.